here is my part that I actually tried to fix it a couple different ways. First way didn't work so well. I was using epoxy and it just didn't hold very well. And you can see how the clips, where that little clip slides under, you can see that those are broken right there. And that's what the problem is. So what I did, I took the little ball socket, I found it, it was down in the console. You have to kind of take the whole console apart and dig around and find the parts. But if yours is like mine, you know, the parts aren't that hard to find, and it's all intact except for this part here. Everything is pretty much intact. And so what I did was I took some rubber cement and rubber cemented a couple pieces of real spongy foam onto the bottom side of that ball socket. So it's not two separate parts, but it does serve the purpose of bouncing that guy back up where it needs to be. And then I put that on, and well, actually while everything was apart, I drilled some slots, as you can see, right along the edge, so that I can slip a couple of, guess what, nylon zip ties through there. So what we do is we put that on. Basically we take our nylon zip tie and thread it up through the holes. As you can see, it's through the hole now. You run that where the plastic clip was, poke it down through the other side. Well, then if that might happen, that's okay. Just make sure your ball socket's in there, and then we need to pull it tight. This is a little tricky here. It's a little tricky because these things, these zip ties really aren't the most flexible things in the world. And you just have to kind of work it through until you get it so that it is nice and tight and flat, and so that the plate part sits right where it needs to. As you can see, sits right where it needs to. Then you do that on the other side too, and then you zip them up. And when you zip them up, there's just enough of a gap for the ball socket, or the ball on the end of your shifter, to still drop in the hole. All of this holds it in place very well because it wraps all the way around. You don't have to worry about anything holding this on here because the zip ties go all the way around and hold it on. You just put that together, clip off the end, and snap it back on just like it was a new part. And it worked flawlessly for a good long time until I actually ordered the part to replace it. So anyway, that's how you fix the shift adjuster. And it does, sorry about the camera moving, it does require some work, and you have to be able to get in there and take it apart. You have to take apart the console, take out the ashtray area and all that kind of stuff, and then you can get in there and pop this guy back in, and it works flawlessly.